I don't want to beat a dead horse, a dead ash, but this one is dead and got to come down, and I realize, or I assume, it's probably true. You can't really tell on camera what we're dealing with, but the limb that the ladder's hanging on would knock out power lines if it came down this way. So we're going to try to take it and drop it over this way. And when we get that, then we'll see what we're going to do with the rest of it. Obviously, the neighbor's vehicle's here, the well's here, the Japanese maple is here, but most importantly, power lines are here. So all of those are off limits. Either way, the ash has got to come down. I called a tree service about 4 weeks ago. It's been at least 3 weeks ago now, and asked him to come and top these things, drop them on the ground. He wouldn't have to do anything. But I guess he's found a better job. He hadn't been by to look, so I'm just going to get with it. Well, that's the plan. Actually, I don't have a plan, but if I have a plan, that's the plan. I'll tell you what, especially as you get a little longer in the tooth, securing your ladder, and it's a game changer. I think a fella needs to think through something before he starts something. Here's what I'm thinking. Tied off here, coming around this tree, And we got the pole right here. I think because the way the limb's coming out of the tree, and with these other limbs, there's no way I'm going to get it over here. But in my humble opinion, and I could be wrong, and I hope I'm not, that if we get it cut here, and we keep tension on it over there, we're going to land it right here where I'm standing, which would take off a couple of pine limbs, but that's just fine. These lower limbs are going to die and fall off anyway, probably. In fact, I may go ahead and take these two bottom ones off because they keep going out towards the power line. Let me get the limb saw and let's do that. I'm glad you suggested that. You pulled a little bit, a little bit. A little bit. Well, we didn't drop it where I thought. But the lines ain't moving much. And that's a good thing. I want you to feed this thing.
Okay.
All right, here's how you operate the PTO. Turn it on, and it's at low idle. Emergency brake has to be on for the PTO to work if you're off the tractor. Otherwise, the PTO, the engine will just die. Safety feature. All right, so you hold this down right here, and you turn this ever so slowly, clockwise, as slow as you can turn it. And that engages the PTO. All right, then you see this yellow mark on here? Come here. See that wheel? It's running backwards. Pull this lever and it's spinning, okay? And sometimes you want to get hung and you have to do one or two things. Sometimes you just pull this handle and it will start back going. Sometimes you have to reverse it, which will reverse the wheel and feed it back out and then feed it back in again. If there's a real big split on the limb and everything I've got laying here should feed, this is the second biggest one I got. All right, see it stop. So sometimes give it a little spin. You're really not supposed to go with your limbs inside of this. Okay, try it. From time to time, I've had this to happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen, especially with this high sap stuff. And you were sharp for noticing the different sound. Right there's the problem. Let me get in there, Jackson. Boy.
There's some in here too.
Yeah, but that's not. If we get the chute cleaned out, that will go.
If you push it down, I can get it right here at the bottom.
Well, you can reach up in here. Remember we did that last time. Boy, it was really jammed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all that time.
That's why I wanted to get at least that limb off right there. So we don't mess up the yard any worse than I'm already messing it up. Did it fall through, Jackson?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, more's coming.
It just wasn't exhaling like it should have. All right, that's good. That's good, bud.
Still on there.
That's good.
Thank you.
Good job.
It was more than that last time, you know.
If I had that ash cut up, we can mix some ash in with the pine. Probably be a whole lot better. Well, the chip pile keeps growing. This tree's looking less intimidating. And with the help of my son and grandson, we got it mostly cleaned up. And now we can decide how we're going to attack the rest of this dead tree. Should be interesting.